brought your trusty salt and iron because today we're going to talk about ghosts.
Somebody call for an exterminator?
Nuclear launch detected.
The Ghost is the Terran's premier anti-spellcaster, and late-game extraordinaire. Yeah, they're good. They can be trained from a barracks that has a tech lab attached, so long as a Ghost Academy is also present on the map. Their stats: production cost of 150, 125, build time of 29 seconds, 100 life, 0 base armor, and they possess the psionic tag because, well, you know, spellcaster. They also have a basic attack for 10 damage or 20 versus light units, and can attack every 1.07 seconds. Now let's talk about their impressive amount of spells. 4 abilities in total. The first is Steady Targeting, also known colloquially as Snipe. This ability costs 50 energy, is cast on an enemy unit, and can only target biological units. Once a target is selected, the Ghost will crouch down for 1.43 seconds, aiming the shot. After aiming, the shot is fired, dealing 170 damage, ignoring armor. You will see this used most commonly versus priority biological targets, usually large threats like Ultralisks, Lurkers, or Broodlords. The second ability is EMP Round. This ground-targeted ability costs 75 energy and deals 100 damage to the shields and energy of all units and buildings in the affected area. Again, just to rephrase, EMP removes 100 shields and 100 points of energy from anything it hits, which makes it kind of the ideal choice versus both spellcasters and anything Protoss.
You sure about that? Johnny number 5 is not alive.
The EMP Round ability can also be used to reveal cloaked units. Go make those Dark Templar feel embarrassed. The third ability is Cloak. Once the personal cloaking upgrade is researched from the Ghost Academy, Ghosts can then use the Cloak ability to become invisible. Costing 25 energy initially, followed by 1.3 energy per second, the Ghost will lose the Cloak when its energy is depleted or the Decloak ability is used. While invisible, the Ghost can only be seen by an enemy via detectors or effects that reveal cloaked units, such as EMP Round or an Oracle's Revelation.
You seek guidance? Extrapolating strings.
Geez, there's more. Alright, the last ability is Tech Nuke Strike. Before a Ghost can use this ability, a nuclear missile must be armed at a Ghost Academy. Once ready, the strike is called onto a ground location. The Ghost requires vision to initiate the ability, but vision does not have to be maintained after the ability starts. After the 14-second channel, the nuclear missile will land, dealing up to 300 damage against units or 500 against structures to all targets in the area. Yes, your own stuff will get vaporized too. Targets that are farther away from the center of the blast will take less damage. If the channeling Ghost is killed or displaced, think Phoenix Lift or Viper Abduct, before those 14 seconds are up, the nuke is cancelled. Not done yet. Fun fact, the Ghost has a hold fire button, which is a toggle on or off setting that prevents the ghost from using its basic attack automatically. Very useful for sneaking into enemy bases undetected.
Deploying. Copy that. Sounds like a plan.
Lastly, let's talk about their upgrades. Aside from the normal damage and armor upgrades from the engineering bay, the Ghost Academy has a few options to be aware of as well. Personal cloaking costs 150 and allows ghosts to use their cloak ability. Enhanced shockwaves also costs 150 and increases the size of the EMP round's area of effect from 1.5 to 2 tiles. Nuclear missiles can be readied for 100 so long as a factory exists. But be aware, you can only have one nuke per Ghost Academy, so you will need to build additional academies if you want to go full Cold War. Ghosts, in a general sense, are quite strong. They bring a myriad of utility with their spells, along with respectable damage and health for a spellcaster. It's no surprise that they're such a late-game powerhouse for Terrans that are able to control them. However, like everything in Starcraft, except for maybe Queens and Cyril, they do have weaknesses. Effective use requires a fair amount of control, they can only hit one target at a time, and are relatively slow-moving. As a general rule, you'll want to think about things that can easily outnumber the ghosts or outrange them. No matter what you're playing, remember to have detection too. Terran players, other than the occasional deranged nuke lover, ghosts are a rare sight in TVT. The standard TVT build already counters them fairly well. Marines will outnumber them, siege tanks will outrange them, and ravens detect them. When in doubt, keep it simple.
You sure about that?
Protoss, ghosts are a supremely common sight in the matchup. I can empathize with the frustration of seeing all of your shields vanish quickly. Ghosts do well against units that benefit from shields and energy, such as Archons, High Templar, or Zealots. Although the High Templar can technically counter the ghosts with feedback, it's much more reliable to find something that is durable, ranged, and does not depend on energy. Allow me to introduce you to these two fine robotic gentlemen. The Colossus can easily box against the ghosts once their range upgrade is researched, and requires very little micro compared to other units. If you're more comfortable with your control and want to really aggravate the Terran, might I suggest unleashing the Disruptors. Impressive range, supreme damage, and an undeniable satisfaction on a successful hit. Sounds like a good deal to me. Zergses, those grim-grinning ghosts don't usually come out to socialize until the late game. They work superbly against the bulky, high-value, late-game Zerg like Ultralisks, Lurkers, or Broodlords. In my experience, the key to beating them lies in one of Zerg's greatest strengths: flexibility. As I said earlier, they don't do well when they're outnumbered. Oh dear, if only there were some Zerg units designed to outnumber or overrun a group of slow-moving Terran bio. Switch up your late-game composition by throwing in a flood of Zerglings and Banelings. Go unleash your inner Ghostbuster. Whether you're going out trick-or-treating or crushing 100 supply of army units, the Ghost is sure to impress if controlled well. Which ability is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.
Know what I like. Paint the target. Sounds like a plan.